Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. One dead, two injured in fiery St. James crash. A man has succumbed to injuries sustained during a motor vehicle crash on the Rosehall Main Road in St. James on Wednesday night. The collision, which took place near the Spot Valley intersection, involved a Toyota Corolla and a Nissan Windroad. The dead man was traveling in the Toyota, which burst into flames following the impact. After the crash, the man was seen on the road, bleeding profusely. He was subsequently taken to hospital and, according to sources, he later died from his injuries. A man and a woman who were traveling in the Windroad were taken to hospital with varying injuries. Their status is currently unknown. Both were reportedly thrown from the vehicle and ended up in a nearby ditch. Passersby pulled the woman from the ditch and took her to hospital. It is unclear how the man got to the medical facility. Investigations continue into the crash. Man held in stabbing death of Haitian in Ocho Rios. The St. Anne police have accosted a man accused of fatally stabbing another man in Ocho Rios, St. Anne on Wednesday afternoon. Police report that the man who allegedly fled the scene after the incident was later arrested. The deceased, who is not yet formally identified, went by the alias Haitian. Head of the operations for the St. Anne Police Division, Superintendent Kevin Francis, told reporters that after 3 p.m., an altercation developed between both men when knives were brought into play. Haitian was stabbed and died on the spot while the attacker fled the scene. Man accused of opening gunfire, hitting another in the face at bar charged. A man was charged with wounding with intent, making use of a firearm to commit a felony, and breaches of the terms and conditions of a firearm authorization following an incident in St. Catherine on Friday, February 17. Charges 40-year-old Mark Chen, a technician of New Harbour Village, Old Harbour in the parish. Reports from the Old Harbour Police are that about 9 p.m., Cheng, who is a licensed firearm holder, got into an argument with a man at a bar. Cheng allegedly brandished his firearm, held the man by his throat, and opened gunfire, hitting the man to his face. The man was assisted to hospital where he was treated. Cheng later turned himself in, and his firearm, a 6-year pistol with a magazine containing 16 rounds of ammunition, was seized. He was charged after a question and answer interview in the presence of his attorney. 3 men killed in Mandeville crash identified. 3 men who died as a result of injuries they sustained following Tuesday night's 2-vehicle crash on the Winston Jones Highway near Mandeville have been identified. They are Wayne Morris, 43, a hospital porter of Cheapside District, Darlene Clark, 25, a resident of Spalding, Clarendon, while the other has been identified as Faber Otto, a chef of Cristiano. Our police report said about 8:45 p.m., 2 taxis, a Toyota Wish and a Toyota Probox, were traveling downhill on the highway when they collided. The impact of the crash resulted in the Toyota Wish overturning. Several occupants of that car were flung from the vehicle. The injured people were rushed to hospital by passing motorists and the police. 2 people were pronounced dead on arrival at hospital. A 3rd person succumbed while undergoing treatment. 11 people were admitted up to late Tuesday night. 3 Manchester family were grief-stricken on Ash Wednesday.
He was a jovial person, always smiling, very supportive, helpful. Can always rely on him to assist his dad in the business. This loss is, I don't even know how we're gonna go forward, knowing that he's not around. Always smiling, always supportive, jovial, helpful, dependable. He doesn't smoke, he doesn't drink, it's just work, school, and home. A good son. and I feel the loss. Well, he went to UE on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. He had some subjects to read to do because of the COVID. He had suspended classes for a while, so he decided to continue. He was hesitant because of the COVID, he was involved in the business. No one saw where he was gonna take it to the next level. He was coming from school yesterday, and we called him around, I think around 8 o'clock, to ask him where he was. He said he was fine. Daddy, I'm in Mandeville. I'm taking a taxi now to come up, so you can just meet me at Limits. And that was the last we heard from him. We heard around 9 o'clock or so, somebody called to say there's an accident, and he's in the taxi, and there's an accident. We went. We immediately drove out. On our way, we thought that how we didn't hear anybody calling again to say anything. We called, they said he's in the car. When I heard that he's in the car, he's still in the car, I figured it wasn't good, because I was saying, why would he still be in the car? Why didn't somebody take him out and assist him to the hospital? So I heard he was trapped in there because my daughter went to the scene, and her intention was to assist them to ensure that they took him out properly, because she's a medical doctor. She wanted to ensure that if anything and they were removing him, it was done properly. But when she reached there, it seemed as if it was already gone.
Fabian was a person full of life, jovial, down to earth, easygoing, hardworking. He came to live with me for the past 5 years now.
I come in the community and I knew him before he joined the organization that I work with. And from he joined it, we know him as a very decent, humble, nice worker, very, very committed person. It's very, very hard to know that we lose a person like this. And where he works, at the Mandeville Hospital, everybody is supposed to miss him because he's a humble and a nice worker.
We have lost a stalwart in the community. He's a young man, but you could consider him as an old person. He had the values, he had the attitude, he had the right skills, because it's like he's in the community as an old person. You would think him much older than he really is. Very valuable. Someone who you could go to for advice. Someone who help you to raise your child as young as he is. Very, very impressive young man. The godson of my mother, and I am feeling it so hard. Whenever I'm down, this is the person I come to. He's much younger than I am, but I take good advice from him.
For the last 3 months, I've been making a passionate plea at the Parish Council monthly meeting of the Manchester Municipal Corporation for the safety hazards on the Winston Jones, Shooters Hill, Spur Tree, and then the Melrose Hill. There are 3 crash spots in Manchester, and last night was a tragic night. My calls, I'm renewing all my calls again, that some precautions must be taken. One, the Winston Jones Highway is a little bit rough and unsafe. The surface needs to be addressed. I'm calling on the NAA. The lighting on the highway, even though JPS came 3 months ago because I highlighted the issue and the lights have been repaired, the highway is still very dark. By international standards, it is still poor. I'm asking that a proper vegetation be done, the cutting of the trees, the cutting of the bush. I see some going on now, but that is a small. We need it to be a wider extended bushing of the highway. If you drive on any one of these roads at night, the visibility is very, very poor. It is very dark, it is unsafe, and it needs to be more lit. It needs to have more lights on it, and I'm asking the relevant authorities to let us come and sit at the Municipal Corporation of Manchester, call in the Assembly, call in the councillors, call in the members of parliament, and let us see how best we can address it. I've been calling for the last 3 to 6 months that the safety concerns on these crosspots be addressed.
Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell